Veganism. I have no opinion because I don't want to be unpopular. Oh God, people will kill me for that. Hi, my name is Alicia.
Andy Halliwell.
Katie Hudson.
Khushbu.
I'm going to answer some questions today.
On eating ethically and
Sustainability.
Overrated or underrated?
Cool. All right, first card.
Online grocery shopping, overrated or underrated? I love online grocery shopping. It's added so much to my life, given me more time, so I feel like it's kind of underrated because I feel like it's better for the environment.
Sometimes you need vegetable right now.
Online grocery shopping is a godsend. I have a couple of complexities in my life, which mean that online grocery shopping has been absolutely essential to me over the last 2 years. Online grocery, definitely a thumbs up.
I don't shop online. I need to see what I'm buying, so no opinion, neutral. Compostable packaging, overrated or underrated? Definitely underrated. I definitely wish a lot more companies thought about packaging and made it compostable.
I love compostable packaging. For one, it means that I don't have to buy those compostable bin liners. I can just use the compostable recycling bag from, the bag of bananas that I bought.
I feel like it's a great concept. I like the idea that packaging will degrade over time and I don't have to worry about it sitting in a landfill forever. But the labeling and communication about both compostable and recyclable packaging is a bit unclear still to me as a consumer in terms of how I throw it away.
Researching before buying. Definitely underrated. Always have to research before buying. So much gratitude for those individuals that leave a review.
This one is definitely underrated in my own opinion, but that's because I tend to obsessively research everything that I buy. I have food intolerances and allergies to quite a number of ingredients that are commonly in foods. Not all the labeling is always very clear in the store, so I often have to do research in the store while I'm looking at a product. And sometimes I also have to check that producer's website because the ingredient list isn't very clear.
I got all the information online, not only about the product, but about their purpose, about sustainability, and what they are doing overall for the community, social. So then you can have the full view about the brand, and then you can trust them before you buy.
I am the ultimate researcher when it comes to researching before I buy. My wife hates it. Ancient grains, overrated or underrated? I think this is hipster crap.
Overrated.
Overrated?
Definitely underrated. I can actually only eat ancient grains. I can't actually eat a lot of modern cereals.
Spam. Overrated?
Overrated.
Overrated? My dad loves it, and I have never figured out why.
I hate spam. I don't care whether it's in a tin or whether it comes into my inbox.
All natural. Underrated.
In between.
Massively underrated. I try not to get anything which has been mass-produced.
I think it's a bit of an overrated label for things when there isn't a lot of substance to it. Terms like organic or free range, it sounds good, but it feels a bit meaningless.
Veganism, overrated or underrated? Militant vegans drive me mad, and so therefore I almost resent the label. Plant-based eating, underrated. Veganism, probably a little bit overrated.
I have no opinion because I don't want to be unpopular.
In between.
I do think it's underrated. If I was able to be, I would absolutely do that.
Meatless Mondays. Overrated. Doesn't necessarily have to be Monday to be meatless.
Underrated.
Massively underrated. You don't have to be a vegan in order to have an impact on the environment or in order to do things better. I think just cutting some meat out is amazing.
I quite like both of these cheese products. They are very much like real cheese. I don't feel like I'm compromising when I'm eating them. I've used this vegan cheese a number of times in my home, so these have definitely been a lifesaver to make me feel like I can still eat normal cheese products and still have the kinds of foods that I like, even though I have food restrictions.
Highly processed vegan meat, people have a tendency to believe are better for you than the meat version or the meat equivalent. And I'm not 100% sure I believe that when it comes to your own personal health. I think, however, these are a good way of weaning people off of eating meat and moving towards a more plant-based lifestyle.
Nordic oat drink. It just appealed to me because I'm looking for alternative dairy options. What I like is it's made by wind, rain and sun. Just seems to be like a nice touch. How you can enjoy it, ingredients, nutritional information provided, and yeah, it's 100% plant-based. So
as you can see, the product is very clearly mentioning that it has been farmed locally. The packaging is all recyclable. Meat farming causing like 60% of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. So it is preferable if we go plant-based.